Hang on, you guys. Oh, damn it. Microphone. There we go. Right about there. Yeah, that looks good. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. How you doing there, Mecha Army? It's Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Hey, Julius sent an Unk alert for 440 joules. Thank you, Julius. Appreciate you, bud. The Unk alert. Nice. So, hi, everybody. It's Tuesday. I'm still getting used to this 5-minute roll-up. It still takes some getting used to. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So, got some good stuff done on the booster last night. I'm going to show you. Worked a little bit after just to clean things up and stuff like that. I'll show you kind of what this looks like here in a moment. But real quick, let's get the busy stuff out of the way first. If you're in the market for decals, I highly suggest you go get some Mecha Decals. Yes, Mecha Decals, as the Canadians would probably say. Mecha Decals or Mecha Decals. If you're saying it right. Let's go with that. So go get you some Mecha Decals. And if you're into shirts, hats, hoodies, stickers, shop.childofmecha.com has exactly what you need. Go get some cool stuff. Probably gonna be a drop Friday. Yeah, let's go with Friday. So probably going to be a new drop on Friday, the Wave 2 of the colored insignia for the Mecha Decals insignia. Those all look really, really good. So if you haven't seen, or if you didn't see Tex Marquise Armita's story last week, she picked up the Corgi insignia t-shirt. She got that one a little early. Yeah, so that should drop Friday. So be on the lookout for that. And probably along with some other insignia as well. So yeah, drop on Friday. Friday drop. Let's go. Aside from that, let's get straight to work. Yeah. Let me grab a drinky drink here real quick. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. All right. Let's just real quick say hi to everybody in the chat. Bill is here. He was first. He says howdy all, but we got in before the universal chat started, so I can't highlight it. But he says howdy all. Good morning or afternoon to you, Bill. How are you, sir? Mike Dawson's with us. He says good afternoon, everybody. Julius is with us. He sent that Unk alert. Gio is with us. He says good morning, everybody. I've got pics from where the magic of premium Bandai happens. Oh shit. Let's go check the community and let's see if Gio has posted said magic photos. Let's see. Community. And sort by newest. Oh shit, look at that. Yeah. Bandai Logipal America. What the fuck? Oh shit, pallets and pallets and pallets. Oh my. Here, let's go here. I'll start, yeah, look. So, Bandai Logipal America Inc. What the hell does Logipal mean? Never seen that. Yeah, where the premium Bandai magic happens. All right. Pallets, empty pallets, okay. Ooh, here we go. Here's the good stuff. What do we got here? Let's see if we can zoom in on this. Oh, we can't make anything out because of course YouTube just murders the photos. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can make something out here. Oh. Something 8. I don't know what that is or means. That means nothing. I have no idea. Oh man, look at all that merch. Holy crap. Damn. Alright, Geo. Nice. Alright. Alright. Good stuff. Well, if you learn anything more, let us know. Eric Bennett's with us. He says, hey guys, saw half of last night's stream and dope, learned a lot. Sweet. Well, that's good. It's always good to learn stuff, and I'm glad that you did, Eric. So good to see you. Thank you for watching. Mikey says, oh, shirts, not actual decals. LOL, bummer. Yeah, it might be a bit for actual decals, so yeah. Kelvin, he's with us. Whoo! And he's got, whoa, yeah, he's got an opening here. He says, hum with me. Peter and the Wolf. Music, music, music. Oh, keep it up. Good. And hello. You can stop now so Tim can keep streaming. Okay. Kelvin, how are you, buddy? Bill says, Logipal, like logistics pallets? Yeah, I have no idea what Logipal is. Colin Mack is with us. He says, good afternoon, guys. Colin, how are you, buddy? Mikey says, I tried getting the perfect grade perfectability a while back, but my bank said no, even though I bought stuff from there before. Well, the bank sucks. How about that? Bank is dookie. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. Let's show you kind of everything here. We got some good work done last night. Got some good stuff done. So, if you missed it last night, we got these two pieces, these Apex parts on there. Now, after the stream, I went ahead and cleaned up the super glue and everything, filled in the bottom of this particular piece and did the same thing there. You know, clean that up and all. And then also, let's see if it'll pick it up. There it is. Outline scribed both of those. So those look, you know, completely separated. This little bastard took a long ass time because there are so many little itty bitty panel or itty bitty little lines there to outline scribe. That took a while. So, but it looks really good. Looks really, really good. So I'm very happy with that. And then went ahead and panel lined, scribed in there that little guy, this dude right here, and just did that with a compass. And I'll show you that here, kind of how I did that in a minute. But that all looks really, really good right there. Very, very happy. And then if you missed the big thing, there's the boost, there's the thruster bell, and that looks really good. Man, that looks super, super nice. Look at that. That's gonna look really cool once the pair of these are done. Yeah, that's gonna look good. But yeah, got that all set in there. The pin is all nice and trimmed down. There's a space in here right in the middle, so you know the pin can be a little longer, so it's not a big deal. And then that just slots in there like that, and then there you go. Yeah, that I really like quite a lot. And then went ahead and matched those floating notches there. These were the originals. I just kind of reinforced those and rescribed, and then created 2 matching ones down here. So that looks really nice right there. And then just, you know, the panel lines, the little notches, you know, corresponding with those. It just came out super nice. I really dig how this is looking. So very happy with that. For today, what we'll do is go ahead and fill in these these kind of long notches here with you know, little strips there, make those positive looking details rather than recessed details. And then we'll probably jump on the main backpack after that, so it shouldn't take us too long to get these filled in and all that good stuff. So, all right, with that being said, let's break this back down, get all of the nitty gritties off of there, and we just got our main piece here. Now, let's get the visor on so we can kind of see what we're doing. And let's see. Now, I'm not sure if I glued this piece. Nope, obviously I didn't. So there you go. Didn't glue that piece in yet. Now, what I think we'll go ahead and do is glue that in with Plastic Magic. Just a thin little layer of that. There we go. Easy peasy. All right. Now then, where's the 1x1? Where did it get to over here in my pile of plastic? Here it is. All right. So basically this is just 1x1 millimeter strip, nothing fancy or crazy or anything like that. Let's go ahead first and bevel that guy down. Should be good there. let's see how that length looks. Yeah. Yeah, that fits good. All right, excellent. Now, need to make sure that that slot is nice and level here. So I'm just going to take my 1mm chisel and just go through this and make sure that this is even. There we go. Very good. All right. And again, we'll do same thing here. Just a thin layer of plastic magic. Get our strip set in here. There we go. We got some good squeeze out there. So that's perfect. All right. And then this little bit down here, which is going to be a little bit trickier because it runs right into the bar here, connection bar for the backpack. So let's first get this notch deepened here a little bit. This probably would have been a lot easier to do when this was not permanently attached to the piece. Hindsight, as they say, is 20/20. I didn't really think that through, but c'est la vie. C'est la vie. Okay. Yeah, good enough. Ew. Yeah, the skipping. It's like nails down a chalkboard. That's a little bit better. Okay. That'll work for now. That'll work for now. All right. First things first, let's go ahead and bevel one end again. Just like that. Now, I think what I'm going to do is try my best to cut this in one piece and see if we can't shape it. Now, that may not go the way that I want it to go, but we'll see. We will see. I may have to cut this in 2 pieces, but we're going to give it this shot. Yeah, that's probably a little short. No, that's fine. Okay, cool. All right. So, between there and about there is where we need to shape this thing. Okay. So, with that being said, bingo. All right, so we got our little half round file here, flat on one side, rounded on the other. This is exactly what we're going to need for this little endeavor here. So, let's get the 1, 2, 3 block in here. Lay this thing down. And let's do first, let's do a little trimming here. Let's just kind of get this started a bit. Get a little divot in here for our file to kind of ride in. That's a good start. All right, we'll leave that guy right there. This may be easier said than done. It very much is easier said than done. Let's try an alternative method. So we've got our little battery-powered rotary tool here, and I'm going to set this at the lowest speed and see if we can't. Yeah, like this is nothing. Like I can literally stop that with hardly any pressure at all. That's like nothing. So that's gonna be a perfect speed for this type of thing, right? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's, yeah. In fact, let's crank that up to the highest speed. Yeah. Okay. That may be what we need right there. Let's see what we've got. Oh shit, alright. Okay, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. We need to go a little bit deeper, but man, that's actually really quite nice. Oh, alright. I'm actually kind of surprised by this so far. Okay, so let's get the file back out here, and let's see if we can't. Nah, the file's not a great idea. Let's go back to the little handheld battery-powered rotary tool here. it's a bit thinner. All right, cool. So, ooh, oh shit. Yeah, it's so thin that it's actually, you can see it, it's wanting to bend on me here, so let's, ooh, yeah. Ooh. This is actually looking half decent here. All right, let's see what this looks like here. Okay. I'll be darned. Huh. Not bad. Let's see if we can actually get this into the little slot here. All right, we got one side in. Let's see if we can get the other side laid in here. Okay. I think we need to go a little deeper with the chisel, so we're going to put that off to the side. I think that's going to fit really actually quite nicely here, which again I'm a little shocked by. But let's get you know what? You know what this would be a good job for? This would be a good job for our little God Hand friends here. So let's do that. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Okay. Now then, let's go to work. Yeah, there we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. All right, this is going decent. This is going half decent here, kids. All right, let's see. Cool. Now, I want to get in this little area between the tube and actual gap here and get that cleaned. Alright, let's see what we got here. Tweezers. Come on. Come on, get in there. Come on, you little bastard. Alright, there's one side. There's one side. Now if we hold that side down, can we get the other side slotted in? Yes, we fucking can. Goddamn right, let's go! Let's go! There we go. I was off camera there, but still, yeah. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's get this thing locked into place here. That was a challenge, but you know, probably not worth the time and the effort, but I don't give a shit. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. There we are. All right. Just a stupid little thing, but sometimes you gotta be a perfectionist. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta be a perfectionist. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get caught up in the chat just real quick. All right, let's see. What do we got? Bill says, thinking in this economy? Right. Swanky's with us. He says, hello, everyone. Swanky, how are you, buddy? Bill says, I will be back in a bit. Take care and don't cut yourself. I will try my best. Let's see. Kelvin says, Tim and others, you've never seen Peter and the Wolf? 1936 classic symphonic fairy tale for children made into animated winter Christmas story by Disney in 1946. Sorry, Kelvin. I do not have any recollection of Peter and the Wolf from Disney at that point, animated or otherwise. So, nah, man, you lost me. Sorry. Sorry. All right. So we got our positive details in here. That's all curing and everything like that. That's looking really quite nice. Few things that we need to get done on this piece before we move on. It's just some scribing and stuff, some outline scribing, especially around some of these features and things like that here. So let's get that. Now that I look at it. Now that I look at this, I don't know if I want to I'm not sure if I want to scribe those lines because I'm trying to see where they would lead. And I don't think it would really make much sense. Yeah, let's leave well enough alone. There is one feature that I'm going to outline scribe, but let's get this godhand chisel put away first before we damage or lose him. All right, good there. Let's see, there's this kind of latch detail right here in the piece, mainly because I already outline scribed the other part there, so I might as well go ahead and outline that. So far, so good. Clean that out. And let's see how. Nope, we're gonna need the wider one. All right, so we're gonna need the 1.2. Yeah, so we got a 1.2 millimeter chisel that we don't use very often, but for this one, we're going to need it because this end notch right here requires a little something wider than our standard, 1 mil. There we go. Get our 1.2 back in here. Last little bit of cleanup, and then we should be good with this. Okay. almost there. Okay, good deal. Cap these. Yeah, very nice. All right, so we got those two latches there. Nice and outline scribed, looking good. For all intents and purposes, other than just cleaning these guys up here, the booster's basically done. So, yeah, let's take a look at the final piece. Ooh, you know what? It's not completely done yet because we need to clean these guys up here. I haven't evened up the cap on these. So easy way to do that. I got my little drill, and we're just gonna pop these guys in here and clamp these down just ever so snugly, but not crazy tight either. And then I'm gonna reverse it. Yep. All right, cool. So actually, let's go. Yeah, we're basically using this like a mini lathe, almost, right? So let's see. First things first. Where? There we go. Nice. All right, I'm gonna switch to the sanding pad first. All right, that's pretty good. Now, let's okay. Not bad, not bad. So, should be good. Still a little bit of a lip. Yeah, we're still gonna need to work that down a little bit. Let's, for now, forego the drill because I think we're pretty dang close here. So let's just do a little more sanding with the sanding pad. bit of lip there. And what I'm doing is I'm scraping this at a diagonal pitch to the separation, so it just slides right over the gap and scrapes down very easily. I think that did the trick. All right. And then just smooth this out. Yeah. There we go. And now once this thing is primed, you'll never be able to tell that that was glued on. That's seamless at this point. So that's looking real good. Really, really good. All right, cool. Let's see. Let's get caught up here, yeah? Let's see. Kelvin says, watch it, sir. Sorry, Calvin. I don't know about Peter and the Wolf. Gio says 24 pallets of premium Bandai on board. Damn, Gio. 24 pallets. Maybe one disappears. Just saying. Peter's with us, Mr. Almanax. He says, greetings, Timmy and company. Peter, how are you, sir? Juno? Hey, you know who it is. It's... How's everyone doing today? It's Juno! Todd's with us, Mr. Mad Havoc. He says, hello, just got home. How is everyone? Tim, did you see my message I sent you? No? What did you send me, Todd? Let me see. Let me see. Renee texted me. Good. Bandai Hobby. Change country? No, I don't want to change country. No, I don't think I will be changing country. Come on. Todd sent me an Amazon link and it's not loading very well. Let's try that again. High grade Bandai 00. Yeah, it's not opening on the phone, Todd. I'll check it after we get done, because obviously it's probably the Amazon Canada. But yeah, it's not opening easily on my phone through the app. So, but yeah, that looks good. All right, so let's do the other one just real quick. And same thing. We're gonna get this loaded up here in our drill. Just snug enough. All right, and then let's try a different method here. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let's try the God Hand. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Still a bit of a lip. Ooh, you bastard. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. Yeah, okay, cool. And where's the, I think this is the bit more aggressive. Yeah, nice. Okay. And then we'll smooth it out. Sweet. Okay. That went a lot quicker. That went a lot quicker. Yeah, that passes the fingernail test. Hell yeah. Let's go. All right. Okay, sweet. All right, so we have two completely finalized and finished fuel tanks here. So Yeah. Nice, 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 nice. All right, so kids, there is the, oh, nope. Almost forgot the insert. Just like that. So there is the final version of the booster. Yeah. That is looking really, really good. Mr. Brian, Mr. Lelouch, he's with us. What's going on, Brian? Good to see you, buddy. Oh, shit. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy. Mr. Justinius Builds. Oh, my goodness. Why are we graced with such a presence? Is it my lucky day? I think it might be. What's going on, Justin? Good to see you, bud. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Everybody's checking in today. But yeah, there's the finished product. I still need to clean up these positive details back here, but yeah, that is looking pretty right. That kingfisher look, right? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. So, very, very good stuff there. Very good stuff. Let's see. Justin says, you want me to drive over that bridge and show these people how to build for real? Absolutely, any day of the week, dude. Any day of the week. Brian says, what on earth? A rare Justinius appearance? And Justin said, haha, yes, I try to watch when I can. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. That's fucking cool, man. That's fucking cool. Good shit. Good shit. Hell yeah. Everybody's coming out of the woodworks. Everybody's coming out of the woodworks. Let's see. Let's see. Justin says, I'll be up that way end of the month. Nice, for work training. All right, cool, 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 cool. I like that. Fuck, dude. Yeah. Message me when you get up here. Cause, yeah, shit, I'm gonna be probably moving by the end of the year down to Brian's neck of the woods to move in with Renee and everything. So, hell yeah, let's fucking get together when you're up here if you can, if you have time, you know. That would be great, dude. Hell yeah. Cause end of the month, Amber goes off to school, I think on the 27th. Renee comes back, I think on, let me see, when does she come back? I think she's driving up here on Friday the 21st, and she'll be here that whole last week up into, I think she probably leaves either Saturday the 29th or Sunday the 30th. So yeah, man, I'd love to get together. Hell yeah. Let's try to make it happen. Fuck yeah. Justin says, or Brian says, Justin, teach Tim how to plow plate. He doesn't want to learn. No, I don't. Nice. Justin says, Tim taught me everything I know. That's horse shit. Justin says, you're moving? Oh man, whereabouts? Like I said, down to Brian, Mr. Lelouch's neck of the woods, down in North Carolina. Right outside of Charlotte. So, my fiance Renee, she moved down there beginning of last year for work. And it's going really good and everything like that. And yeah, so I'm gonna move down there and start our lives together. Amber's going off to college, so she's not gonna be living here for the next 4 years. She's gonna be living in the dorm. She's going to Salisbury State. So yeah, shit, she'll be on over there in your neck of the woods, basically, Justin. Let's see, Peter says, everyone? Has George the geriatric ghost popped in too? Wow! Man, oh man. Todd says, where did the summer go? Holy crap. Dude, right? It's crazy. Like, she literally has 23 days left. And that's it. 23 days. Brian says, oh no, styrene cultists like Tim run. Julius, he says, hey Justin, long time. I know, right? Dude, we need more Justin. We need more Justin appearances over here. Make the world right. So, anyway. But yeah, so there's the Kingfisher. I think I'm going to be calling this the Kingfisher pod because it looks like a kingfisher, like the bird, which I kind of dig. But let's take a look at it here on the piece. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that fucking hell, that looks great. Oh, yes, sir. If I could get it on camera. Yeah. That looks good. The mix of detail and empty space. Yeah, let's get the backpack off and kind of give you the full effect at least of that. Come on now. Here we go. Put that guy over in the corner. I'm putting baby in the corner over here. Get over there. But yeah. So there's the before and there's the after. Oh, dude, yeah. Hell yeah. So good. So good. I'm really happy with this. This is looking nice. Let's see. Justin says, it has been a hot minute. How's it going, Julius? There you go. Kelvin warmed up a Mickey D cheeseburger watching Tim go at it. Yum, yum. Wait, what? Kelvin, you warmed up, like, as in reheated a McDonald's cheeseburger? I don't know how I feel about that. Justin says, I'll definitely hit you up when I'm out, Tim. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Peter says, do they make a proper Salisbury steak at Salisbury State? That I have no idea. But Salisbury, Maryland, obviously is, where I'm talking about. And that's a town on the coast of Maryland. And it's a college town, one of the bigger colleges in Maryland. It's the Salisbury Seagulls. And yeah, Amber and Simon are both going there. And yeah, they're going to be college kids. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Yeah, Brian says barely a month before Tim's birdie leaves the nest, right? He's going to be a mess on the first stream back. Oh, dude, yeah. And I'm not 100% sure of what my schedule's going to be that week since Renee's going to be up. Friday after Amber leaves that's going to be a no-go. So it may be Monday. And that Thursday obviously is a no-go. So it may only be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But then again, I'm not sure. God, now that I'm actually thinking it through, I may take off that week. you know, spend it with the kids, spend it with Renee, you know. I don't know. I'll have to give it more thought. Give it more thought. Kelvin says, that's a winner Gundam Shiki dinner. Jesus. Todd says, ew, McD's, yuck. Nah, I mean, Mickey D's is good every now and then. Everything in moderation, you know? Everything in moderation. Kelvin says, still in the wrapper, still good. All right, fair enough. Brian says, Five Guys all the way. Oh, God, no. Well, yes, Brian, I agree with you 100%. But, I mean, you're talking two completely different animals. Brian, though, have you been to, what is it, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar? There in, shoot, I don't think it's Kannapolis. But, oh my God, dude. You talk about good burgers? That's the place. I get their chicken sandwich, and it blows me away. It is so freaking good. But yeah, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. It's in the same shopping center there with Talkin' Tacos and a bunch of other places. And I don't know where that's considered, but it's freaking awesome, dude. You want a good burger? Go there, man. Because like, I tried to talk to Renee into going there when I was down last time, and we just didn't have time, and I was kind of disappointed. I was like, oh man, I kind of had a hankering for it. But dude, it's so freaking good. Now, for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, this place is called Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. It's a small chain around the U.S., and they have one right there, you know, where Renee lives. That might be Concord rather than Kannapolis. I honestly don't know the geography very well yet, but yeah, dude, so freaking good. So good. Excuse me. Todd says, Tim, your work is always impressive, way better than I can do, but I'm learning slowly. Oh, dude, no, don't compare yourself to me, Todd. Don't do that. That will rob you of your joy in this. You know, you have to understand, like, I'm 25 plus years in this hobby, so it's an unfair advantage, you know. But I appreciate the compliment nonetheless. Brian says, go ahead, take your time. I was down a whole month when my little girl started daycare a few months back. Oh shit, dude, yeah. He says, yeah, Tim, there's one in Charlotte and Greenville. The steroid bacon burger is crack in the form of a burger. Oh my God, the steroid bacon burger? What? Oh. See, now I'm getting hungry. God damn it, Brian. This... Why am I not down there right now? Like, I could go and just get a burger or the chicken sandwich, honestly. Their banana... Oh, dude. It's buried on their menu, but their banana pudding... Oh, mwah. Chef's kiss. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, anyway. Enough with the food talk, because... yeah, I'm getting hungry now. Damn it. Haven't had anything to eat since dinner last night, and now I'm hungry. Motherfucker. I blame Brian. I blame Brian. It's all Brian's fault. Ay, ay, ay. You got me talking about Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Anyway, all right. Let's get to work on the backpack. So, last we were working on this, we filled in some of these pre-molded in details and things like that. We got these plates done up over those notches there, and then we got this little plate formed and everything over that notch there in the middle. Now, what I think we might do here, because there are notches under these hoses. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can kind of see under, yeah, there you go, that's a good angle. But there's those pre-molded notches under those hoses that I just fucking hate. I don't like it when Bandai takes it upon themselves to grace us with these pre-molded shit. I'd rather put my own in. You know what I mean? Let me just do my own thing, Bandai. Pricks. But what we're gonna do, what I'm thinking anyways, is to maybe put an apex part right here in the middle, to make that just a, you know, again, just a little pop of high detail, similar to, you know, kind of what we did with these two guys. Just that little pop of high detail just sticking out. Just, it gives your eye just something to kind of focus in on, and you know, the rest of it is, you know, somewhat empty aside from the scribing and stuff like that. But it draws your eye into certain locations on the piece, but then the empty space gives your eye a chance to rest, you know? And I think that's very, very important for aesthetic balance when creating, you know, models and things like that. You know, I've seen a lot of higher level builders do just, you know, high detail all over the place, and it just becomes kind of like a hodgepodge of nothing, essentially, right? So my kind of design philosophy is that, you know, you can't pack detail into 100% of the space, because it's just not going to look good. Your eye needs a chance to rest, and that's kind of what we achieved here. And then once this is painted, we'll add some decals and things like that. That will add a little bit to, you know, the level of detailing. But as an overall, there's nice empty spaces all over the place for your eye to just kind of rest a little bit. So that, I think, is very, very important. So like I said, what I'm thinking is maybe put a high detail piece right smack dab in the middle, kind of draw your eye in there, and kind of go from there. Now, let's see what we got here, because we got these four that I pulled last night for these two little guys, right? Now, I'm not sure if any of these will fit the bill in terms of what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's see what else we have in here. No, that's not going to work. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. Some of these aren't bad. Especially these guys here. These are pretty decent. And I do love this set here. This is a really good looking set. I like the kind of the bars, you know, the round bars with, you know, the added detail and everything like that. I do like the look of these quite a lot. So maybe. But these are kind of what I'm more focused on this set here. Let's go ahead and do ourselves a favor and put the rest of these away. What do we have here? No. All right, let's get this over there. And first things first, let's take some measurements to see kind of what we're working with. Now, if memory serves, this is, yeah, that is a full-on fiscal centimeter. That is a solid 10 little millimeters in there. Yeah. All right, so that would fit with some space around it. And that would not. That would also fit. Now, what if what if we combined a couple of these? Let's see. Where's my little saw? There it is. All right, cool. And we're gonna get the 1, 2, 3 block in here. Now I like this as a primary piece to start with. Right there. Let's get this cleaned up first and see what this looks like here. Okay. Sanding block. Where did the sanding block go to? Ah, there it is. All right. Oh, shit. Man down. Man down. All right, you guys, hang on. I'm going in. Oh. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Whew, boy. All right. All right, that's a good start. We're gonna put that off, and then we're gonna get our little God hand file here. Go to work on this. There we are. That's very nice. Just still a little bit more to go. Okay, cool. All right, so put that off to the side, and then what I'm thinking is placing this guy right here, just like that. Yeah. That looks nice. That looks nice as a starting off point. Now, like I said, I'm thinking what we do is combine maybe something here. What do we got here? That's a bit too wide. This would be good. All right, let's try that. There we go. Oh, shit. All right. Now we're gonna need to do the same thing here. Okay. Start off with the sanding block. Around, make sure we're getting this nice and even. Nice. All right. Let's move on from the sanding block here. That piece, the base of this piece is very, very thin. Probably not even 1/2 millimeter. Which is good, don't get me wrong, but it's fragile at the same time. Okay, cool. So let's see now what this looks like when combined with the other piece here. Man. Okay, so they fucked up royally with these two pieces here. Let me kind of show you what I mean. We're gonna put it on the 1, 2, 3 block so it's a little bit easier to see here. But what I was thinking is slotting this guy, these two kind of prongs here, kind of slotting these into the gaps here of this part. Now, they would fit perfectly because the width of these little prongs are the same width of the gap here, right? But this piece is just maybe 3/4 of a millimeter too wide. That's a damn shame. Well, what if we turn this around? What would it look like then? Not the same. Not the same. Not the same, sadly. Okay. No big deal. No big deal. Let's get caught up in the chat just real quick. Let's see. Peter says, I've gained 6 pounds just from following this conversation. Oh, dude, right? Yeah. Todd says, Tim, what I meant to say is that your work is awesome and is inspiring, that I'm learning new stuff all the time. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate that. Let's see. Brian says, it's a fat bacon burger with 6 pieces of bacon, house smoked jalapeno and applewood bacon mayo with hella Monterey cheese. It feeds 2 to 3 practically. See, I think I had something similar to that the first time we went. It was like their spicy bacon, and it had like jalapeno jam or relish or something like that. And I think there were like fried onion straws and things like that, and like, you know, pepper jack cheese and like a spicy mayo and all. It was insanely good. Insanely good. Juno wants to know who makes these option parts. These are by our good friends USA Gundam Store. This is their Apex line of option parts. These little guys. Yeah. So they come in a bunch of different styles and things like that. Very, very useful. Obviously, they're 3D resin printed. They are a bit brittle, mainly because they're so thin and all that, but they are really, really good. Now, let me see something. This is going to be too wide. Yeah, those are going to be too wide. Okay. Well, we tried. We tried. Let's see if I got anything else in here that may fit the bill for that gap. Those are the fins. Nothing there. What we got here? No, nothing there. What's the width on that gap? Let me see. Let's see. Peter says, oh darn, oh darn, oh darn, oh darn. Bill says, okay, just posted in community an updated logo for me. Hope to hear feedback from everyone. Okay. Bill says, I think the Apex parts have been improved since they were released, Tim. Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, I mean, these are probably, you know, older parts and things, but let's take a look and see what Bill posted here. Okay. Let's get this open in itself. All right, let's go on a field trip. Okay, so here's what Bill posted. Rush, I don't know, something like that. So, and then obviously the Dom, you know, half the Dom head, the kind of the visor, mono eye, and everything like that. Bill, I like the use of negative space. I like that. I think the OUSH could be maybe a bit bigger and also take advantage of negative space. So, you know, have this white, because this bit here, the R, is very, very prevailing. It's a big aspect of this, and yeah, I think the OUSH could be a bit larger and kind of tie in to you know, this kind of aesthetic here, right? This negative space aesthetic. One thing that I would say is that this is a very tall logo. So I would, yeah, let's see here. So placement in things like that, I would be worried about, you know, because it's tall, you know. If we were to shorten this, compact it a bit, you know, maybe the face mask and part of the head and everything, if we were to compact this, you know, shorten it down a little bit, I think it might be a little bit better in terms of fit in different locations. Now, obviously, I'm speaking, you know, from a graphic design standpoint, so I'm thinking about, you know, all the things that come with that. But Yeah, I do like the negative space for this R. I like that a lot. One thing that I see that you could take advantage of is this open round space here. What if this wrapped around the mono eye there, right? Maybe something to explore. But yeah, I think this is a good first salvo at very least. So yeah, I would say keep playing with it and keep exploring, you know, the relationships between the shapes and things like that. But like I said, the one big thing that I would do is kind of bring the OUSH kind of in line aesthetically with this negative space, you know, R, and maybe bring the vertical down a little bit so it's a little bit more, you know, so a layman knows that this is an R. You know what I mean? That would be the only kind of critiques that I would say. So, but yeah, I would say good starting off point. Good starting off point. Yeah. Good. All right. Cool deal. Let's see. Toe breakers is where I go for a big burger. Toe breakers? What? Toe breakers? Holy crap. Oh, tie breakers, LOL, not toe breakers. Dude, Brian, I was like, toe breakers? Like, they're gonna break your toes? Like, holy crap, dude. I've never heard of tie breakers. I'm gonna have to look that up. Huh, okay. Gets the endorsement of Brian, so there's that. Gio says, I was talking to the guy that loaded me. He told me that when they have their Christmas party, they have a raffle for everything, and that didn't sell. Oh yeah, I've heard that. Bill says, okay, so like a white OUSH that connect to the R in a better way. Yeah, make that, make the type a bit more cohesive, because right now, in its current form, it's kind of disjointed, Number one, it's not the same color. And then number two, it's completely different in terms of aesthetic and also size, right? So in terms of especially typography, there needs to be a distinct relationship, between pieces of type, and especially if it's the same word, right? You want that to be fairly consistent, across the board. So yeah, that's why I said, try to at very least size up the OUSH, make it white to start to form that relationship with the R, because they are two distinctly separate pieces of type at this point. Yeah, I would say bring that style of the R over to the OUSH and see kind of, where you go from there. What you could do, let me go back to this here. What you could do, and I'm just thinking out loud here. Let's disappear that. What you could do is increase the size of the OUSH to maybe half, maybe 3/4 of the size of the R. Make them this, what I would do is also kind of make them the same thickness of the R, because the R, form here is a very, very thick, very prominent feature of this, right? So I would apply that same or similar styling to the OUSH. And then what you could do is basically extend those off to the side here, away from the logo itself, and then you could do an like a black outline maybe around the letters that are hanging outside of the the main body of the logo here, so that you could keep them white in relation to this, and that would widen the logo a bit too. Now, if you were to outline this, then that would necessitate the need to outline the R, especially down here, so that would, negate that kind of negative area aesthetic, but that might work in your favor. So that's the only other thing that I'm kind of thinking at that point. But yeah, you can play with it. You could always make the R, the ROUSH. You can maybe make that like a 50% gray, and kind of hang that off, outside of the main, kind of head logo and everything. So yeah, I mean, those are all options, I would say. But yeah, these two just seem disjointed. You see the R, and then the OUSH. What's ush? And I'm thinking in terms of somebody that obviously doesn't know you, that doesn't know that you go by Rush. I don't know how you pronounce it, but for somebody that's not familiar with you, if they were to take a look at this, what would they glean from this, right? If you were to show this to someone that had no idea about modeling, Gundam, anything, what would they think? My friend Win Imong, one of the the best performing GBWC champion in history, he gave me a really, really good piece of advice. He's just like, when you're creating like a diorama or a display piece or something like that, show it to your mom. Show it to somebody that has absolutely no idea about modeling, about Gundam, about the subject that you're going for, and if they understand it, then it's being communicated well. So that, I think, is a really, really good piece of advice. If somebody doesn't know you or anything about what you do, would they understand the logo? So that something to definitely take in consideration. So yeah. Yep. Anywho, Swanky gave the Gundam smileys. Nice. Bill says maybe increase the type to be the same height as the cutout for the center of the R. Possibly. You could do like small caps. The R being, the large, but then you could do small caps for the OUSH at that point. I would say maybe 1/2 to 3/4. I would play around with it though and see what looks good. You could do the full height, but that would diminish the prominence of the R. So that's something to take in consideration. Bill said Roche is pronounced like Roush. Okay. Roush. Just like Roush. Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. The performance parts shortened from Roushlam. Okay. Roush. Okay. So yeah. I would continue to explore, continue to kind of play with it, refine the shapes and things like that. So yeah, I would continue exploring. There's something there. We just I don't think we've gotten down to it yet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dude, send me, DM me the, any changes or anything like that, and I'll give you, give you some advice and all that. So, Brian says, what graphic design software do you use, Tim? Currently, I use Affinity. Affinity is by, it was bought by Canva at the end of last year. It is completely free, and it is amazing. I'm opening it right now to show you guys what it looks like, because it's awesome. I didn't think I'd like it, if I'm being honest, but I absolutely love it. Now that I've kind of gotten used to it, it is a very powerful software. All right, let me show you. So this is Affinity. This is the kind of my layout of Affinity. Now the really cool thing about Affinity, and obviously this is the thumbnail file that, for the live stream and everything. The really cool thing about Affinity, besides it being completely free, is that this one piece of software combines your vector work, your pixel work, and also your layout work as well. So basically what you have here in the vector studio, and that's what they call, their different canvases here. Your vector studio is like your Adobe Illustrator. Has all the tools and everything that Illustrator has. And if you've watched any of the, the Insignia redraw videos that I've posted for members, you'll see me just ripping through a ton of these tools here and just use them, all in perfect harmony. Fully featured type, typography tools and things like that, colors, stroke, layers, adjustment layers, effects, transform tools, alignment tools. It has the same Boolean operations that Illustrator has to combine or subtract, or all of that, different shapes and things. It's got all of your vector features, your different shapes that you can create and everything. It even, look at this, it even has a cat. That's something that Illustrator doesn't have. But I've never used it before, obviously. But yeah, so the vector canvas takes place of your Adobe Illustrator. Your pixel takes place of your Adobe Photoshop. And again, it has all of the features that you would want in Photoshop. Your selection, your masking, your feathering, your cloning, all the layer effects and adjustment layers, your masks, everything. All your typography, 100%. And then your layout, which is something that I'm starting to learn now, basically takes or replaces your Adobe InDesign. So for things like PDFs, layouts, books, documents, magazines, things like that, this has everything you need. And I'm kind of starting to scratch the surface of this. It has all of your master pages, your typography styles, everything. It's just, this whole software is awesome, and I love it. I love this thing. And if we go back over to Vector, when you go and you go to export one of these, I mean, look at all of the different file types that you have to choose from. Just really, really solid. This software will open up Photoshop files, PDFs, Illustrator files, and also InDesign files as well. So if you are switching from Adobe to Affinity, you're not, you know, shit out of luck there too. But yeah, I mean, look at this. You can export in SVG, EPS, PDF, PSD, which is Photoshop file, EPUB, WebP, which is a highly compressed web image format. Yeah, dude, this software is fucking great. This software is fucking great. There's a learning curve, but it's so worth it. So worth it. Now, aside from this, for video, I use DaVinci Resolve, and I switched over, obviously, from, you know, an Adobe platform, you know, to the two free versions, you know, free softwares. You know, much like Affinity, DaVinci Resolve is free of charge. They make their money on, you know, the camera side of things, Blackmagic. They make their money off the consoles that Hollywood buys. And then they also have, oh, there's an update. Okay, well, I'll skip that for now. But you know, I'll just open this file up here to show you kind of the look of this thing here. Now, they just introduced a photo page to this, and they call these pages. So the photo page takes or replaces Adobe Lightroom. I haven't gotten really into this too much yet, but that's basically what it takes place or replaces. Your edit canvas here, this is your full-on editing studio. So this takes or replaces Premiere Pro. Fusion replaces your After Effects, and I actually like this way better because this utilizes what are called nodes, and this was much easier to wrap my head around than for Adobe After Effects. Their coloring, video coloring page is absolute industry standard. This blows anything Adobe has out of the water, 100%. Fairlight is their audio editing suite, so this takes place of Adobe Audition, and then their export page is absolutely amazing as well. So yeah, so between DaVinci Resolve, this you know, covers me with all video, audio, and now even photo. And then Affinity covers everything from vector to pixel or bitmap, you know, modifications, and then also layout as well. So between these two, you essentially have a free replacement for everything that Adobe has, which is just perfect. And I'm in love with both of these softwares. So yeah, that's what I use. That's what I use. So yeah. So Brian, hopefully that helps, buddy. Hopefully that helps. So being free, I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. I just, yeah. I was very hesitant in switching to these. But, you know, after switching jobs and everything, there's no way I could justify the cost of, you know, paying for an Adobe subscription. That was just, it's insane. These two fit the bill perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. So, yeah. Edwin, Mr. RSA, he's with us. He says, hello, everyone. Edwin, how are you, buddy? Bill says, yeah, this is an update from the one I made like 6 years ago. I made stickers back then, but as I look at it, it needs an update. I gotcha. Yeah. Well, dude, like I said, Bill, if you need any help, send it my way, and I'll help you out where I can. So, hell yeah. Brian says, do you use a drawing pad, Tim? I do not. I do not. I actually never really have. The whole drawing with, you know, a stylus, pen, pencil, all of that, honestly, I kind of lost that ability from, back in the day. And I just never got back into actual, drawing with my hand and everything. I just do everything by mouse. So, yeah. Peter says, anyone else on the divorcing Adobe overlords quest? Hell yeah, dude. Adobe's hurting. Adobe's hurting. Or they're hurting bad. Their stock prices have gone down to poo-poo. Bill says, I'm using Apple for everything nowadays. Yeah. Affinity and DaVinci both run on Macs. So, yeah. They are both wonderful. Really, really good. Peter says, me too, Bill. There you go. Brian says, me, Almanacs, Photoshop is getting expensive. Oh, fuck that. Yeah. I mean, you're paying what? Like $25 a month, I think, just for Photoshop. And then you're spending, if you got the full Creative Suite, you're spending like, God, in upwards of $70+ I think, a month now. Which just, that's insane. And most people never use the full Adobe Suite anyways. It's just, yeah, it's highway robbery. Affinity, they're just adding. Like I said, they're owned by Canva. So Canva makes their money on, their side of things, so they can afford to invest in this. There is a paid subscription version that you can get, through the Affinity app, and that adds things like your, kind of your AI generative tools and things like that. Some of those, kind of fancy tools that Photoshop has. I tend not to ever need those. So yeah, I just use the free version. But yeah, man, between Affinity and DaVinci, I'm covered. Now, mind you, I still use Adobe, what is it called? Their app on the phone. I still use Adobe Express on the phone, just for quick, quick edits and quick compositions and things like that. For video on the phone, I'll usually go through Adobe Edits. I really like their app. Or go through like TikTok. Their native editor is pretty good too, but then you do have the TikTok watermark, which is kind of like, but it is what it is. But Instagram Edits, really, really good for on the phone type of things. And then also Adobe Express. And then the only other one that I will use sometimes is an app called Snapseed, which is owned by Google. But that's all on the phone. So, yeah. Peter says, but I am going to check out Canva. This looks nice. Dude, it's great. I had my reservations when I started working in Affinity, but I had no choice. But honestly, if you were to give me a choice now between Adobe and Affinity, I would be hard-pressed to leave Affinity at this point. Even if both were free. The convenience of having all three studios or canvases in one program is insanely convenient. Because I find myself switching between the three all the time. So you don't have to, open a file in one program and then switch to another one and then blah, 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 going back and forth. It's a pain in the ass when they're all in one, master program. Oh, dude, it's super convenient. Super, super convenient. And a lot of the tools that say are used for vector, you can still use them in the pixel or the layout canvas. So it's not like they turn them off or anything. You can use all the tools basically across all the canvases. It's just the different layout of the tools that essentially you're seeing, which super good, super good. Let's see. Bill says if all you want is Photoshop alternative, try looking into GIMP. This stuff Tim is showing seems cool, but also overboard for some people. Oh, 100%. Affinity and DaVinci are, professional level programs. 100%. I totally agree with you. Something like GIMP is a bit more simplified, but from what I've heard, GIMP is still a very powerful program. There's also some web-based, apps and things like that you can use for photo editing and vector and things like that, that are free of charge. So there are plenty of alternatives out there. There's plenty of alternatives. Like I said, me coming from obviously a graphic design background, I want something that is going to suit my needs. Affinity and DaVinci, yeah, they perfect. Peter says, I will check it out, Bill, thanks. Let's see, Bill says, GIMP has its downsides, but it's free and is community driven. Hell yeah. Yeah, and GIMP's been around for decades too, like decades. I think they've been around probably for at least 20 years, if not longer. Let's see, Edwin says, still got my insomnia, aw man, and sleep debt. And I just remember your stream was on tonight. We'll rewatch in the morning. Aw man, Edwin, try to get some sleep, buddy. Try to get some sleep. Yeah, the insomnia sucks, and the sleep debt is even worse. I totally understand where you're coming from, 100%. Bill says, no worries, Edwin. Get that sleep in. Hell yeah. Bill says, only reason to use Adobe is if it is provided by your job and thus should have some sort of customization in place by your employee. Exactly. And that's exactly kind of how I was before. I had, the full Adobe suite, and the job paid for it. So, yeah. The only thing, and this is very niche and nitpicky, the only thing that I would need Illustrator for, Adobe Illustrator, the only thing is I do like to dabble in creating custom fonts. That will be a something that is released in the future in the Mecha Store, because I've already created 2 fonts specifically for kind of the Gundam universe, and it'll be a full commercial license. I have the license already set and everything, but there is a plugin that you can use in Illustrator that you can, create your font in and do all the kerning and spacing, all that stuff. And it doesn't work in Affinity. And I'm just bummed at it. I'm just like, man, fuck. But Affinity's still new. These other, kind of third-party companies are starting to adopt the platform for their plugins, so fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And there's other alternatives too, but the font creation software, I think it was called Font Forge, for Adobe Illustrator, it was just seamless and super easy to use, and it was very full featured, and I kind of loved it. That's the only downside. But again, that's very niche. That's very nitpicky. Aside from that, Affinity all day. Brian says, Tim, how's TikTok going for you lately? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I haven't really gone full force with that, the whole video side of thing yet. it takes forever to get the infrastructure set up to where I need it to be, because I do have an entire kind of end game that I'm trying to realize, and it's like a domino effect, you know. I have to knock one down to get to the next, and so on and so forth. So I haven't really jumped in full force on the TikTok side of things. I mean, I'm getting followers every day and likes and all of that, so that's cool, but it could be better. So yeah, first things first. I'm actually working on finalizing my website, childofmecha.com, because that's been way too long, and that'll serve as kind of the central hub for everything else that I want to do. So yeah, I need to get that done first, and then step by step. So we'll get there. Bill says, I think his dance game is still needing work, Brian. Yeah, for real. Brian says, LOL. He also says, Tim, what do I do to request a custom hoodie? Just DM me, Brian. Yeah, just DM me. You know, kind of let me know what you want. You know, depending on what you're thinking, it may cost the same. It may cost a little bit more. But yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll come up with something for you. So yeah, I mean, if it's just something, you know, putting an image on a hoodie, that's not going to be anything. So, but yeah, let me know what you're thinking. DM me, and we'll figure it out. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. Briggsy, what's going on, dude? He says, I don't know if you can on that app, but with Adobe, you can change the size of your video for shorts. Just got to look into it to see if the app has that same option. Oh, absolutely it does, yeah. So on here, oh, I'm so used to two screen. Okay, so yeah, so the timeline, this is your timeline. You can go into timeline settings, and you can go into format, change the project settings, and you can do everything in here. So let's see, 1080 by 1080 square. You can do custom settings, obviously. So I don't see a 1080 by 1920. Yeah. But, oh, right there, vertical resolution, there you go. Easy peasy. So in there you have all of your vertical resolutions and square and everything. So yeah. So yeah, you can pretty much change the aspect ratio. Am I even, fuck, I'm not even, sorry. I'm like so excited to share this with you guys. Anyway, all right, let me start that over again. I'm sorry, you guys, shit. So here in your media, this is what they call the media pool. You have your bins, which are folders, and then you have your assets, your timelines, your, all of that stuff. So this is timeline 4. So if you right click on that, you go to timelines, timeline settings. You have your formats and everything. Now if you unclick that, right here, use vertical resolution, click that, and then there's all of your vertical resolutions and everything. And you can, do different cropping and scaling and stretching and all that crap. So, yeah, DaVinci is full on, a full on competitor. One of the other really awesome things about DaVinci is right here, their toolbox and generators and transitions and everything. Their generators especially, and they just added this Crocodove, and I haven't explored these yet, but Jesus, yeah, oh, patterns, lines, yeah, crazy. But one of the things that I use all the damn time is this right here, the comic speed lines. And let me just show you. Yeah, see, look. And then mute the... Yeah, see? And you can you know, it moves. You can change the speed and all that and everything. Oh, it's so good. So let's change it to, say, 50. And then, yeah, see, there you go. You got that much, much quicker. It's such a great feature. And obviously, you know, you can stretch this out. And there you go. Oh, it's great. Super, super good. But, you know, you've got all these other generators in here that you can go crazy with. You know, text generators, transitions, all sorts of stuff. And this is just in the native edit page. You go into Fusion and you can just get insane with all the different stuff. Like they have all of the particle effects, you know, particle emitters, directional forces, things like that. You know, they have all of the various 3D toolings and everything like that. Oh, it's fucking great. And I'm only scratching the surface too, mind you. I do love DaVinci Resolve. I really, really do. It is, it's really, really freaking good. Really good. Briggsy says that way you don't have to have watermarks in your shorts or Instagram reels. Yeah, the TikTok, it varies location every once in a while. So that's kind of shitty, but you know, it's I think it's become overlooked, I think, by the masses. So it doesn't bother me. It's just more of a type of thing. Brian says, okay, Tim, I'm very picky with clothing materials, so I might be a little tedious. And that's, Brian, that's totally fine, dude. 100% fine. If you have like an idea for, or a brand that you like, let me know. Or even if you know like the model of the blank, let me know. I'll see if I can, I'll see if I have it at my disposal. But yeah, we can go full custom for you. That's not a problem whatsoever. Let's see. Bill says maybe see if you can send him the link to the clothing you want. Yeah, to have the emblem on. Yeah, exactly. He missed my comment on the hoodies. What? Did it filter it out? Hang on. Let me see. Yeah, it did. It totally fucking did. Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, Bill says Carhartt black hoodie with the Reapers logo on the back, or a red one with the Jesta on the shoulder and the unit logo on the back. Oh, that would actually be kind of dope. I don't know if I can get Carhartt blanks though. I'll have to look. Yeah. But yeah, Bill, it fucking YouTube filtered it out. Bastards. Anyway. Briggsy says apps don't like it if you have other app logos on them with the watermarks. Yeah. So from what I've learned, TikTok especially hates it when you don't use their native editor. They will definitely diminish your reach. Instagram, they don't give a shit. YouTube is the same way. They don't give a shit. Because their algorithms focus on different things. Where TikTok focuses on keeping you kind of in their ecosystem. YouTube basically focuses more on watch time and keeping you on the YouTube platform. Instagram is kind of the same. Their algorithm is kind of the same way. It's a little different because they have more of a discoverability piece in their algorithm. But yeah, two sides of the same coin basically. But yeah, TikTok especially will diminish your reach if they, you know, if you're not using their native editor to edit, videos and things like that, which I have tested, and I can definitively say that is the case. But yeah, it is what it is. Kelvin says later, cold to warm cheeseburger fan. Kelvin, take care, buddy. Yeah, we're about to punch the clock. Bill says, no worries, I was just throwing out ideas. Oh, hell yeah. He says, have fun, Kelvin. It is about that time anyways. Yeah. Briggsy says, Twitter used to be like that, but now you can use links to other apps with it. Yeah. Fucking Twitter, man. Honestly, I don't even really share shit on Twitter all that much. It's in my experience, it's more of an interactive platform. I'll interact with a lot of the Japanese modelers and folks like that on there. But yeah. Bill says Instagram's algorithm changed after it was bought by Meta and Facebook. Oh, big time. Yeah, big time. Peter says, gotta bounce later, legends. Peter, take care, buddy. Swanky says, hope everyone has a good one. Swanky, you do the same, bud. Brian says, later, guys, time for errands. Yeah, Brian, DM me and we'll figure out your hoodie. Briggsy says, you can always share your streams to Twitter. Yeah. Twitter doesn't get much traction, no. And it's just, I use Twitter for very specific reasons. To look at Japanese modelers and to stay up on tweets from the NFL and Major League Baseball. And that's basically it. So yeah, Twitter is a very specific use case for me. So, Briggsy says, I know Instagram does too, but don't know how. Yeah, Instagram you can stream to, but it takes some finagling because they don't have a public like a public API or stream keys or anything like that. Like you got to do some kind of borderline shady shit to be able to actually live stream on Instagram. I hope they change that, but who knows. I do want to start sharing the stream to Facebook. I have my largest following on Facebook. But Facebook, the reach is dog shit. What are you gonna do? Anyway, Bill says, all right, folks, see you tomorrow night. Abso-freaking-lutely. We're gonna punch the clock. Let's go. All right, kids. With that being said, go get you some. Yup, Mecha Decals. Go get you some. They're really, really good. And then also, too, if you are in the search for shirts, hats, hoodies, stickers, all of that, shop.chatamecha.com. It's good shit. It's really good shit. Just real quick, Briggsy says, I mean, sharing links to videos. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Juno says, wow, you use Twitter just to see how bad the Orioles and Ravens are doing. Well, the Orioles, yeah. Seems like a lot of extra steps when you can just wake up and know they suck. Go Birds. Oh, come on, man. Ravens, I think are going to be good this year. I'm very optimistic. But yeah, the Orioles, man, just disappointment after disappointment. Anyway, wherever you can get the views. Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah. Todd says, have a good day, people. Edwin, see you next stream. Julius, thanks, Tim. Very good. All right, kiddos. We'll be back here tomorrow night. Come on back. We're going to continue working on this and start to kind of wind this thing down here. We're kind of reaching the conclusion of this thing. I'm excited about it. So come on back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern for that. And aside from all of it, man, have a great rest of your day. Build something cool. But most importantly, man, stay safe out there. Stay tuned for the end credits. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.